Good morning, everybody. This is Chris Marm, an attorney in Mahopac, New York. I hope everybody's well out there. Periodically, I have these little talks where I discuss legal topics. Today is the 27th of January, 2023, and the subject is one that's near and dear to my heart. People know it as the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, the court will appoint one. People who watch any kind of TV have heard that, and they know what it means, because when people call me all the time, they say, the cops arrested me and they didn't read me my Miranda rights. So people know them as Miranda rights. And they're very, very, very important to remember. People say to me, oh, the cops came to my house and they were asking me about something they thought I was involved in, so I spoke to them. And I say to people all the time, well, if you knew my number and you knew how to reach me 24/7, why didn't you call me first? But Alec Baldwin is a case in point. Alec Baldwin is an actor who was on the set of a movie that he was filming and directing, and he had a gun in his hand, and he discharged the gun and killed one of his staff on the movie set. Right in the immediate aftermath, he spoke at length with the police. He spoke at length with them back at the police station. They Mirandized him, meaning they read him his Miranda rights, according to the article that I read in this week's New York Times, the opinion article, which is worth reading because it's what I'm discussing this morning. And yet, despite all that, and despite how well-connected one would think that this guy, Baldwin, is, and whatever lawyers he would have at his fingertips, Baldwin apparently spent extensive periods of time talking to the police about this gun that was in his hands that discharged and killed one of his staffers. He's now facing criminal charges in the state of New Mexico, all of which probably could have been avoided if he had done what I tell people all the time. It doesn't cost you anything to have some lawyer who knows this area of law, not your friendly local real estate lawyer who does closings for a living, but somebody who knows this area of the law and could tell him that. I tell people all the time, I say, look, just give me the name of the police department who called you or came to your house or whatever, and I'll call them, because it's the call from the lawyer that triggers that what we call right to counsel. Now the police know that the suspect, such as Alec Baldwin, or the defendant in a case, as Alec Baldwin now apparently is, that he or she has a lawyer representing them. The police are now on formal notice that they cannot speak to the suspect or the defendant without the lawyer being present. That's crucial, and it protects people's rights. People say to me all the time, well, I thought if I told them that I needed to talk to my lawyer first, it means I'm guilty. It doesn't mean you're guilty. It means you're smart, okay? And nobody likes to be perceived as being not smart. So the next time something like that happens to you or someone on your behalf, just give them my number, 845-228-5100 or 914-400-8379. If you call that 914-400-8379 number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, somebody will answer that phone. And I've had people call me all the time in the middle of the night that the police suspect them of this, that, or the other thing. The police are doing their job. They're trying to solve a crime, okay? In the case of Baldwin, that Baldwin didn't just say, somebody get my lawyers on the phone, because I'm sure he's got plenty of them, continues to baffle me. But now he's finding out that, at least in the state of New Mexico, they don't care that he was some kind of a famous actor, and he's going to have the sledgehammer of justice coming down on him pretty hard, and it's already started. So you can avoid all that if you just call the number that I've given you, 914-400-8379. I'm happy to talk to you at any time. It doesn't cost somebody something to have me call the police and say, I represent Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. They tell me that one of your officers is at the front door. Can you tell me what it's about? And you cannot speak to this person without me being present. Okay? That's the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. So have a wonderful weekend and call me anytime.